And he even uses the Aramaic word Abba, which is what children use to speak to their father. And kind of the last takeaway of speaking of our Father, it kind of requires a little context. And so when Jesus says to pray, Our Father, this was actually kind of a radical teaching at the time. It's not uncommon for us to say, Our Father, and, it's pretty normalized, really. But for the disciples, this would have been a complete shock. There's only a few times in the Old Testament that God is actually referred to as Father, and it's even fewer that it's in prayer. And so instead, Jews in this time, they had these exalted titles for God, which were, relevant. They were true, but they would never call him Father. It'd be something like Sovereign Lord, King of the Universe. It would always be these great, magnificent titles. But as we see Jesus says with Our Father, he kind of turns this on its head. And he even uses the Aramaic word Abba, which is what children use to speak to their father. If there's a word today in our English language, it would actually be daddy. It's that intimate of a word, even more close than father for sure.